your videos. So from the last class onwards, we will start the revision with the portion refraction of light. I hope that all of you are thorough with the equation of this portion, refraction of light, right? So in this portion, we were mainly discussed about the lens formula, magnification formula for the lens, and the sign convention. The Cartesian sign convention is common for both the reflection and refraction. That is for both the mirrors and that of the lens. And here we are discussing some external topics are including the refractive index. If we have two mediums, because whenever we are discussing about the topic refraction, we have two different mediums are there. Because here the light has to be traveled from one medium to another medium, then only we can say the refraction of light takes place. So here we need to consider the refractive index of the medium. It is represented by n, and the general equation for calculating the refractive index is n is equal to speed of light in air by speed of light in medium. And one more equation that we are discussed in this chapter or in this portion of refraction of light is power of lens, something that is new from that of the mirror. Power of lens is the reciprocal of the focal length. So you may please get all these equations in your mind so we can continue with the remaining questions from this portion, refraction. One minute. I think we will discuss up to the 6th question. Read the 6th question. Does we discuss this here? Consider the following properties of virtual images. Cannot be projected on the screen, are formed by concave and convex lenses, are always erect, are always inverted. Does we discuss this question here? In the last class?
No, ma'am.
Okay. Then read the 6th question. Is it clear?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. Consider the following properties of virtual images. Cannot be projected on the screen, are formed by concave and convex lens, are always erect, are always inverted. Which is the correct option? Virtual images. What is the difference between real image and virtual images?
Real image found behind the mirror.
Real images are always found behind the mirror? No. There is a particular difference between real image and virtual.
On the screen.
Yes, very good. Real images are the images that are obtained on the screen. Then what about virtual images? Virtual images are not
They cannot be obtained on screen.
They cannot be obtained on the screen. So read the given options. Consider the following properties of virtual images. Which is the correct answer? Option A, cannot be projected on the screen. Is it a property of virtual image?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, it is a property. Second option, are all formed by concave and convex lenses. Virtual images are formed by concave and convex lenses.
Ma'am, convex lens.
It is formed by only convex lens?
No, also.
Also formed by concave lens, because in the case of concave lens, we have only two cases, and in the two cases, we get a virtual image. So the option B is also possible. Option C, are always erect.
A, B, and C.
Yes, A, B, and C. What about virtual images are always inverted? Is it possible?
No, ma'am.
No. So the correct option is A, B, and C. That is option C, A, B, and C. These are the properties that describes the virtual images. Virtual image cannot be projected on the screen, are formed by concave and convex lens, are always erect in nature. Okay. Now the 7th question. Where should an object be placed in front of a convex lens to get a real image of the size of the object? I think we are already discussed these questions. Where should an object be placed in front of a convex lens to get a real image and the size is same as that of the object? Option
D.
D. That is between the optical center of the lens and its principal focus. No? Kept in mind, the size of the object is same as that of the size of the image.
Ma'am, at C.
Here at C option is possible in the case of lens. Instead of the center of curvature, we are using another term in the case of lens. What's that?
Optic center.
Optic center. Where is the stick?
Sorry, ma'am.
Optic center is actually used instead of pole. Here,
Twice the focal length.
twice the focal length. Very good. Here, option B, twice the focal length. You just imagine if you are consider a convex lens. The center portion is known as optic center. In the case of lens, instead of pole, here we are using optic center. Here we have principal focus. It is represented by F itself. And instead of center of curvature, we know that in the case of mirror, whenever the object is placed at the center of curvature, we get an image at the same size as that of the object. In the case of lens also, whenever we place the object at a particular point, that particular point in the case of lens is known as 2F. 2F. What is this 2F indicates? Twice the focal length. Twice the focal length. Okay, so 2F. So if you are kept the object at a 2F, that is at twice the focal length, you will get an image which is real in their nature and it is same as that of the size of the object. So the correct option is option B. Now move to the 8th question. Read the 8th question carefully. Find out the correct option. Velocity of light in air is 3 into 10 raised to 8 meter per second. It is given. While its velocity in medium is 1.5 into 10 raised to 8 meter per second. Then what about the refractive index of the medium? Velocity of light is given. Velocity of the medium is given. Then what is the equation for calculating the refractive index? Rizwan, equation for calculating refractive
Ma'am,
index?
is it B?
S.
Is it B?
Option B. You are direct to go with the option. Option B 5. Okay. Is there any other options, children? All are going with the option B.
2.
It is 2. Option D, 2. Okay. Okay, let me check. Actually, what is the equation for calculating the refractive index of the medium? Refractive index equation for calculating refractive index, general equation, because here one medium is air. If one medium is air, we have only one equation for calculating refractive index. What is
Ma'am,
that?
refractive index, let's say, light in air by light in medium.
Light in air, velocity of light in air divided by velocity of light in medium. Okay, V of light in air divided by V of light. V means velocity. Velocity of light in medium. Okay, refractive index is represented by the letter N. N is equal to velocity of light in air by velocity of light in medium. That is, N is equal to velocity of light in air is given 3 into 10 raised to 8 meter per second. Velocity of light in medium is given 1.5 into 10 raised to 8 meter per second. This 10 raised to 8 meter per second and 10 raised to 8 meter per second cancel. So we get N is equal to 3 by 1.5. What is 3 by 1.5? Answer is
2.
2. So the correct option is Option D. Option D, it is 2. Is there any unit for refractive index, children? Any unit? What about the unit of refractive index? No answer. Unit of refractive index. Anyone unmute and say, mic testing.
Meter by second.
Is it meter per second? Actually, children, you just please listen here. It is not meter per second because here the both quantities that we are considering in the numerator and denominator have the same unit. They are meter per second and meter per second. So both these meter per seconds are cancels. So is there any unit for refractive index? No, there is no unit for refractive index. Okay, because here in the numerator we are consider the velocity of light in air. Velocity of light in air is expressed in terms of meter per second. In the denominator also we are consider the velocity of light in medium. It is also expressed in terms of meter per second. So the both meter per second that is present in the numerator and denominator will be cancels each other. Therefore, we can say the refractive index doesn't possess any unit, no unit. So the answer is simply the 2. It's a numerical, numeral, the number. Now the 9th question. An object is situated at a distance of f by 2 from a convex lens of focal length f. Distance of image will be dash. An object is situated at a distance of f by 2 from a convex lens of focal length f. Distance of image will be plus f by 2, plus f by 3, plus f by 4, minus f. How we can find out the image distance? Badra, any idea?
M is equal to.
Yes. Which equation that we can use to here to find out the image distance? It is a convex lens, convex lens. What are the parameters are given in the question? What are the parameters are given?
R is equal to. No, R is equal to 2F.
R is equal to 2f. But that is the relation between radius and that of the focal length. But here,
F by 4.
is it f by 4? How you get it is f by 4?
At last exam, this kind of question was there.
A question like this in the last exam we have?
Yes, ma'am.
No, but I think it's not the answer. What about others?
Positive.
What are the things are provided here? What is this f by 2 indicates f by 2?
Focal length.
Focal length by 2.
Read the question carefully. An object is situated at a distance of f by 2. Then what is f by 2?
Object distance.
Yes, here f by 2 is nothing. It is the object distance. So here u is equal to f by
Object
2.
distance.
Object distance. Okay, here object f by 2 is nothing. It is the object distance. An object is situated at a distance of f by 2. And we know that object is always kept in the left side. Even if it is a mirror or lens, the object is always kept on the left side. So you must put a negative sign here. So here u is equal to minus f by 2. U is equal to minus f by 2. And here the focal length is given. Focal length of which lens? Convex lens. So focal length f is equal to f. Is it is positive or negative?
Positive.
Positive. Very good. Because focal length of a convex lens is always positive in nature. Okay. So here we want to calculate the distance of image. What is the equation for calculating the image distance V. Here we want to calculate image distance S. S
minus V by minus U.
equation. Here we are using the lens formula. 1 by F is equal to. What about our lens formula? 1 by F is equal to.
1 by
1 by V
1
minus
by
1 by U.
Yeah,
F
1 by
minus
V
1 by
minus
U.
1 by U. 1 by F is equal to 1 by V minus 1 by U. So here we don't know the value of 1 by V. So 1 by V minus 1 by U is minus F by 2. So 1 by F is equal to 1 by V minus F by 2, which implies 1 by V is equal to 1 by F, or here we can solve once again. That is 1 by F is equal to 1 by V minus F by 2 becomes plus F by 2. Okay. 1 by F is equal to 1 by V minus F by 2, that is 1 by V plus F by 2. So now our equation becomes 1 by V is equal to 1 by F minus F by 2, or 1 by V is equal to, just cross multiply this, we get 2 minus F into F, F square, right?
Yes, ma'am.
So it becomes 1 by F is equal to, okay. Actually here we are doing one mistake. What is that? Here we have 1 by F is equal to 1 by V minus 1 by U. This is our equation. So 1 by F is equal to 1 by V minus 1 by U. What is the value of U? U is equal to F by 2. That is 1 by F by 2. I think we are only take the value of U. But here we have 1 by U. So 1 by F by 2. So the equation becomes 1 by F is equal to 1 by V minus becomes plus 1 by F by 2. We can take the reciprocal. So it becomes 2 by F. Is there any doubt regarding with this step?
No, ma'am.
Okay, because initially we are doing a wrong way. Instead of taking 1 by U, we just directly substitute the value of U. Okay, so here we are just correct the step 1 by U. 1 by U means 1 by F by 2. So in order to, this is a basic mathematics, 1 by F by 2, take the reciprocal, it becomes 2 by F. So 1 by F is equal to 1 by V plus 2 by F. Okay, so from this we can calculate 1 by V. 1 by V is equal to 1 by F minus 2 by F. 1 by V is equal to 1 by F minus 2 by F. Just cross multiply it. You don't need to cross multiply it because here both the denominators are same. So it becomes
Minus 1 by F.
minus 1 by F. You don't need to cross multiply it because here the denominators are same. 1 by F minus 2 by F. So 1 minus 2 means minus 1 divided by F, minus 1 by F. So 1 by V is equal to minus 1 by F, which implies V is equal to 1 by V is equal to minus 1 by F, which implies V is equal to
Minus F.
minus F by 1. Take the reciprocal, that is equal to minus F. Okay, so what about the image distance? Image distance V is equal to minus F. So here the correct option is option D. Minus F is the right answer.
Ma'am, but it is convex lens, so that it will become negative.
So what? The negative sign. It is convex lens. Then what problem?
And concave only it will become negative.
That is in the case of mirror. Here we have lens. Image distance of convex lens. Actually, whenever we are doing the calculation, we get the negative f. Image distance of convex lens. 1 minute, let me check and inform now itself. Yeah, image distance of convex lens, actually it is always be positive, right? Yeah, it is a convex lens, but we get a negative answer. Sometimes the answer it will be because of the wrong option. We need to get a plus f, but instead of that, here we get a negative x, negative f. Sometimes here the options are wrong. I think so. Because in the case of convex lens, we get a positive image distance v. Yeah, we'll check and inform. But according to the calculation, we get the answer minus f. Minus f will be the answer. Is there any doubt regarding with the steps?
No, ma'am. No, ma'am.
Okay. So I will check this question number 9. What about the options and all? Now the next question. Question number 10. The refractive index of a dense flint glass is 1.65 and for alcohol it is 1.36 with respect to air. Then the refractive index of dense flint glass with respect to alcohol. The refractive index of dense flint glass is 1.65 and for alcohol it is 1.36 with respect to air. Then what about the refractive index of dense flint glass with respect to alcohol? What is the equation we can use here in order to find out the refractive index? In here, instead of velocity, we have two different mediums and their refractive indexes are provided. Refractive index of a flint glass and refractive index of alcohol.
Option C.
Option C, 1.11. What about others? Here option C and D are repeated. So you only need to think about the three options. 1.31, 1.21, 1.11. Option D is also 1.11. The options are wrong. Think about first three options. What is the equation for calculating the refractive index of two different mediums? Here we have refractive index of
Medium 1 by medium 2.
medium 1 by medium 2. So here we have refractive index of flint glass. We can take it as NFG. Refractive index of flint glass. What about the refractive index of flint glass? It is 1.65. 1.65. Refractive index of alcohol, Na, that is 1.36. 1.36. And here we want to calculate the refractive index of flint glass with respect to alcohol. Refractive index of flint glass with respect to alcohol. So the equation becomes refractive index of flint glass with respect to refractive index of alcohol, NFG divided by Na. We want to calculate the refractive index of flint glass. So give preference to it first. With respect to refractive index of alcohol, that is Na. So what about the LHS of the equation? NFG by Na is equal to NaFG. Did you remember an equation like this? N12 is equal to refractive index of, who is first? 2 divided by refractive index of medium 1. If it is N21, then the equation becomes refractive index of medium 1 divided by refractive index of medium 2. Similarly, instead of this medium 1 and 2, here we have the specific mediums are given in the question. One is a flint glass and other is an alcohol. The refractive index of flint glass is 1.65. Refractive index of alcohol is 1.36. And here we want to calculate the refractive index of flint glass with respect to alcohol. So we give preference to flint glass first. NFG by Na, that is equal to NaFg. Substitute the values. Refractive index of flint glass is 1.65 divided by refractive index of alcohol is 1.36. 1.65 divided by 1.36. What is the correct answer? (1.65 by 1.36).
It is 1.2.
1.2, something like that. 1.21. So what is the correct option here?
B.
It is option B. Option B, 1.21. So whether the refractive index of the two mediums are given, how we can calculate the refractive index of one medium with respect to another medium. So for that, first give preference to the medium in which we want to find out the refractive index. So here the refractive index of flint glass with respect to alcohol. So give preference to refractive index of flint glass. So that is why we take the refractive index of flint glass in the numerator. Then consider the refractive index of alcohol. That is why we taken it is in the denominator. So NaFg is equal to refractive index of flint glass with respect to refractive index of the alcohol. Okay, so the correct option is 1.21. Now, question number 11. Again, say another question regarding with that of the topic refractive index. Refractive index of a diamond with respect to glass is 1.6. If the absolute refractive index of the glass is 1.5, then the absolute refractive index of the diamond is dash. Here also we have two refractive indexes are given. Refractive index of diamond with respect to glass. Refractive index of diamond with respect to glass is 1.6. Absolute refractive index of the glass is 1.5. Then what about the absolute refractive index of the diamond? Refractive index of diamond with respect to glass. Refractive index of diamond with respect to glass.
Miss A.
Option A, 1.4. Is there any other options? Here three more options are left. Take a random choice. Option C, 3.4. 2.4 and 4.4 is left. Anyone goes with the option B and option D?
C.
Option C, 3.4. So here you choose two options, 1.4 and 3.4. Is there any other options? Okay, so let me check the answer. Refractive index of diamond with respect to glass is 1.6. What it is indicates? refractive index of diamond with respect to glass. So try to form an equation like that. With respect to this information, try to form an equation. Refractive index of diamond with respect to glass. Try to correlate this question with that of the previous one. So here I want to give preference to which material, to diamond or glass. Which refractive index I consider in the numerator?
Diamond.
Yes, it is refractive index of diamond.
Ma'am, it
And-
is 2.4.
It is 4.4. Okay,
No,
let me check.
2.4.
2.4. Okay, let me check the answer. So the refractive index of diamond, ND, with respect to glass. So ND divided by NG, right? Refractive index of diamond with respect to glass. Refractive index of diamond with respect to glass. Its value is given. It is 1.6. What about the LHS of the equation? ND by NG is equal to, it is NDG or NGD?
And
Is it is NDG or NGD? LHS here. LHS equal to RHS. That is the structure of an equation. Here we are only form the LHS of the equation. Oh, sorry, RHS of the equation. ND by NG. Refractive index of diamond with respect to glass. ND by NG is equal to 1.6. What about here? Is it is NDG or NGD? It is a simple question.
NGD.
NGD. Okay. So NGD is equal to ND by NG is equal to 1.6, which implies the value of NGD is given. It is 1.6. One more value is given. What is that? If the absolute refractive index of glass, if the refractive index of glass is 1.5, the refractive index of glass is given. Okay. So ND divided by 1.5 is equal to 1.6. What is our question? Then, what is the absolute refractive index of diamond? We need to calculate the refractive index of diamond. That is ND. So, from this equation, how we can calculate ND? ND is equal
1.5.
1.6 into 1.5.
2.4.
What will be the right answer? It is
2.4.
2.5, 2.4. 1.6 into 1.4, it is 1.6 into 1.5, it is 2.4. Okay. So first of all, you just clearly read the question. What are the parameters are given in the question? Try to form an equations regarding with it. So here they are given refractive index of a diamond with respect to glass. So we can form an equation refractive index of diamond with respect to refractive index of glass. So it is ND by NG. And we know that the refractive index of medium 2 with respect to medium 1, then the equation is NGD. Here the denominator is first, then the numerator, NGD. So NGD is equal to ND by NG. And the refractive index of diamond with respect to glass is 1.6. That is the value of NGD is given. It is 1.6. But the refractive index of diamond is, we don't know. We can put it as ND as it is divided by refractive index of glass. Absolute refractive index is nothing. It is the refractive index itself. So it is 1.5, which implies ND is equal to 1.6 into 1.5. That is equal to 2.4. Is there any unit for here? Any unit for refractive index? Again, doubt. Any unit for refractive index?
No, ma'am.
No, there will be no unit for refractive index. Okay, say number. Now the next question. So the correct option is option B, not option A, option C. The correct answer is option B, 2.4. Question number 12. a convex lens A of focal length 20 centimeter and a concave lens B of focal length 5 centimeter are kept along the same axis with a distance D between them. If a parallel beam of light falling on A leaves the B as a parallel beam, then the distance D in centimeter will be 25, 15, 30, 50. Actually, here we have an equation. We are normally used in optics in class 12. I will give you an equation here. This equation are not to study in 10th standard. Anyway, I will give you an equation here to solve this in order to find out the distance between the concave lens and that of a convex lens. So here the question is this: convex lens and a concave lens both are kept along the same axis. Both are kept along the same axis with a distance D between them. There is a distance D between the convex lens and that of the concave lens. If a parallel beam of light falling on A leaves B as a parallel beam, then the distance D in centimeter will be. Consider an axis. Convex lens is placed here. Along the same axis, we are placing a concave lens. The focal length of convex lens is something, it is 20 centimeter. And the focal length of concave lens from that of the object, it is 5 centimeter. Here we have the center focal length. It is 5 centimeter. Then what is the distance between these two lenses? Concave and a convex lens. This is the question. Yes, it is B or D.
No, the distance is
The distance is
50.
50. 50, I can hear it is 50. 50 or 15?
50.
50. 50? 15 or 50?
50.
Okay, I think it is 15, right? Oh my God, now it is 10:11. Sorry, children, now it's this time. We can discuss